Hello on this beautiful day from the nation's front lawn, the National Mall in the center of the capital of the free world, Washington, D.C. For more than 200 years, the National Mall has symbolized our nation. The National Mall, the great swath of green in the middle of our capital city and stretching from the foot of the United States Capitol to the Potomac River, is the premier civic space in our nation. The National Mall contains a collection of iconic monuments, museums, and memorials on over 1,000 acres of green space in Washington, D.C. Today we start at the East End in front of the U.S. Capitol building.
My family went to Washington, D.C. for the kids' spring break. We wanted them to see the U.S. Capitol. The second you arrive, you get a sense of the power and history that the city embodies. The Capitol building itself was quite inspiring and grandiose in its beauty. It was so interesting to see where our laws are made.
Moving along to the west of the National Mall, we arrive at the Smithsonian. Founded in 1846, the Smithsonian is the world's largest museum, education, and research complex.
But my kids' favorite part was the Smithsonian museums. My daughter loved the Air and Space Museum. I think she wants to be an astronaut when she grows up. And my son went nuts over the giant dinosaurs at the Natural History Museum. They didn't want to leave.
The iconic Washington Monument is a recognizable obelisk standing 555 feet in the air. The monument commemorates the Commander-in-Chief of the Continental Army and our very first president, George Washington. The monument is made of freestanding masonry, which means that there is no cement holding the building together. Upon finalizing the construction of the monument, it was the tallest building in the world, with over 896 steps to the top.
And of course, there are the monuments. With so many moving tributes to our nation's heroes and founding fathers, you really feel the weight of this country's history. I think my favorite part was going to the top of the Washington Monument. The view was amazing. I could see for miles.
The Lincoln Memorial is on the far west side of the National Mall. It's built in the style of the Greek temple, the Parthenon, to commemorate the 16th President of the United States. It features 36 columns representing the 36 states of the Union at the time of Lincoln's assassination.
And the Lincoln Memorial was truly awe-inspiring. To stand in the iconic place where Martin Luther King Jr. gave his I Have a Dream speech and think back on all of the civil rights history that this memorial embodies is really incredible. I think it gave the kids a real appreciation for the history of this nation and the sacrifices that were made to make it what it is today. We didn't necessarily expect to love D.C. when we originally booked our trip, but we were so pleasantly surprised. Washington, D.C. has so much to offer. I think we'll try to come back again and see more.